What up, you guys? Welcome to the channel where we make StarCraft into one of the most epic ways to play, win, and get reactions from people. What is going on, you guys? Hope you guys are having a good week. Alright, so by popular demand, we're back at it with mass Goliaths. So we did one before. It was actually a sub request. It turned out that it was actually pretty well received. So I figured let's do it again, except this one, we're going to do everything by ground. I'm not going to make any dropships. We're just going to make a ton of Goliaths, maybe like 50 to 70. We're going to walk them straight into enemy bases and just get some fun reactions. Now, the funny thing here in this game was that I actually had some funny reactions from my team here. So this guy, my Den Archon, and also my other ally, Ray Pug, they're both pretty good. They were so scared this game. They were worried that like we're going to lose, and they just kept on telling me, they said like, we can't make Goliaths, man, you gotta make tanks, we're gonna die, we're gonna lose. So they were freaking out. And hey guys, if you guys like this sort of content, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on all the fun troll plays we're gonna do on players like this one and this one and of course this one. And as always, guys, make sure to drop some thoughts, comments, or any fun ideas you guys may have. Alright guys, let's get back to the game. It's just like, no, I don't want to make tanks. And they were so confused. It's just like, why does this guy keep making Goliaths, right? But they had no idea that I'm doing this as kind of like a challenge, as a request for you guys, right? So they had no idea, but in the end, it was a pretty epic battle. And so I think you guys are gonna like it. So hopefully you guys stick around and check this one out. All right, guys, I'm playing as All Sky. I'm still back at him at 1 o'clock here. As I said, I have an ally here. He's Zerg. Another ally, he's also Zerg. So it's Zerg Terran. And then on the away team, we've got DB Extra. These guys were actually friends, so we joined their game. Villa Real, he's probably like around 4.5, maybe just under 5. Villa Real is probably around the same level, and Zerg here is probably the least best on the team, so he's probably like a 4.5. Overall game level is just slightly above 4.5 and slightly under 5 here, so it's a pretty decent game. Not quite an inner, because I wouldn't say these guys were like that level of any type game, but it was still pretty good. All right, so total game times are in 17 minutes. We're going to finish this game up, and then we're going to go over to some of the bonus clips that I've got of more mass Goliaths and just getting some fun reactions from players. If you're new to the channel, guys, by the way, welcome. This channel is all about epic troll plays. This channel is not about obviously making Marines and Medics, Dragoon, Zealots, micro, macro, ending the game in 12 minutes. You know, there's tons of games like that that's been done for over 25 years. This channel is more about how can you actually do things like deception, trickery, mind tricks, getting them really frustrated so that they're going to stay in the game long enough so you can actually execute those troll plays. That's what this channel is all about. So just getting really fun reactions from people. So if you're new to it, sit back, relax. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. All right, so I'm playing as Terran. As you guys know, I'm going to go for a standard traditional build here. So that's a little bit different. I typically don't do like traditional builds because this channel is all about troll plays. But because of the fact that we're going to go mass Goliaths and all ground, I'm going to go make 3 factories, and we're going to get speed from vultures. We're going to do some harassments, control middle. So that's going to be a little bit different from what you guys have seen from me. My allies are doing some Zergling attacks down at 5 o'clock here. Looks like he lost his pool. I don't know what this Zerg was doing, but I guess he's not that great. So he's going to lose a bunch of drones here. I hope he's going to survive. I really don't want him to die. I want him to stay in the game so we can actually, you know, get a pretty decent game all the way to the time we can actually get those troll plays executed. All right, so my allies are doing an attack down at 5 o'clock. I really don't want this Zerg to die, but I think he lost his pool already. Because if he dies, then, you know, these guys might leave, and that's definitely not what we want, because I want these guys to stay in the game as long as possible. So I'm praying here that he's going to be okay, but it doesn't look good for him, so I have no idea. Looks like this Protoss at 9 o'clock here is trying to do a counterattack on my ally at 12 o'clock here, so maybe they're going to pull back. Okay, yeah, so it looks like he did survive. His Sunken's still alive here, so my ally's going to have to deal with this counterattack at 12 o'clock here. He is going for like a 1 hatch muta build, which is very standard typical. So Raypug is actually pretty decent. He knows his builds. He just didn't get his timings correct, so the Sunken is very late, and so therefore he's going to lose some drones here, and that's definitely not what you want in a game. So, but he'll be able to pull to kill off all those Zealots there, so that's good. But he did obviously lose a couple drones and also some mining time. So in a more competitive game, he would definitely be behind, and his team might even lose because of that. So, all right, so back at home, guys, we've got speed started. It's currently at about 25%. I'm going to get like 5 vultures, and then I'll come out, and we'll do some attacks down here. So, ally is checking 6 o'clock because we don't know what 6 o'clock is yet. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to go, but I guess he's not. And so that's why I'm just going to go speed anyways. Partially why. The other reason is because there is a Protoss at 9 o'clock and there's a Zerg. And so because of the Zerg, you want to get speed first so you can actually do some micros. Take advantage of the Vulture speed and run in and kill workers and whatnot. But if the away team was all Protoss, then I would actually get mines first and actually lay mines to protect the Zergs. So if you guys can see, it looks like blue is trying to do an attack again, but I'm going to send my vultures and we're going to go pick off those zealots at 12 o'clock here. He's not even trying to target my vultures because I think he really wants to kill off that extractor, because I think he senses that there's a muta build being built right now, and so he wants to kind of slow down our Zerg. Alright, so we killed off those zealots. Now let's go to middle here. And looks like this Terran didn't get speed first, and so that's a big mistake. We're going to chase off all of his vultures and we're going to kill them off. So typically, if you see that there are 2 Zergs, and if I was the Terran on the other team and there was 2 Zergs and 1 Terran, I would probably go some vultures first, but then I would quickly change off into Goliaths. So you have to definitely know your builds. A lot of players that, obviously don't know their builds, they just kind of wing it. They just kind of make whatever and hope for the best. And then they realize like, oh, I get killed every time I do this and I don't know why. But you definitely have to know your builds here. Alright, so I'm going to bring down all my vultures here. And it looks like he's got a bunker underneath of the barracks, which is pretty smart because he's pretty much covering it so that I can't target it. Interesting. Maybe he did that by mistake. Or by chance. I don't know. It's interesting. Alright, so I'm going to go pick off these vultures that are popping out here. I'm just going to keep the vultures around here. Again, this is just slowing him down. Like, I don't want him to leave. I got to be careful as well, because if I do too much harassments, he's going to leave and we're not going to get a troll play here. So, alright, so it looks like Zerg is coming to help here. I'm going to show you guys something cool in a little bit here, where you can actually micro your vultures. So check that out. Yeah, so what I did there was a micro patrol attack with vultures. When you hit patrol and you click forward on patrol and then you micro backwards, what it does is it makes the other units kind of stutter, like Zerglings or Zealots. They'll kind of stutter because it's kind of how the auto AI is built in. And so if you actually know how to micro that, you can actually slow them down and you can actually run away and micro and attack at the same time, which is something that a lot of players don't know, but it's something that players that are a bit more competitive, they're more used to and they know how to do. Pros will do that as well in Pro 1 vs 1 matches. Alright, so I'm just going to run my vultures back here. I have the expansion. While I was stacking Terran, I did have an expansion at the natural started. So I'm going to pull my SCVs now. And then I also have another command center started at 11 o'clock. So we are definitely ahead. That's why I'm taking advantage of this moment here. And I want to make sure that I can get a secret expansion at 11 o'clock. And the reason why is because I need a ton of money so that I can get probably like around 12 to like 15 factories later, so we can really pump out a ton of Goliaths. And partially the reason why I'm keeping the resource chart up for you guys to see is because I want you guys to kind of witness how quickly you can actually macro with 2 bases. So I have the natural, I also have 11 o'clock, so I want you guys to see how far I'm ahead compared to the other players here. It's something that I think a lot of players don't take advantage of, is obviously expanding quick enough and knowing when to expand as well. So it looks like this Terran's back here. He still didn't learn his lesson, so he is bring more vultures up, but he still didn't get speed, and so definitely those are gonna die. And this is where Ray Pug started freaking out here, guys. he was so scared that he was gonna die. He was like, man, I need your help, I need tanks. He's like wondering like why I'm not making any tanks. So I'm just gonna keep making some vultures for now, just to buy some time. I'll do some mine drag here to help him, and that mine that landed there, I think it landed on top of 3 dragoons, so that's gonna damage them quite a bit, so those mutalisks will be able to pick them off. And now I'm just going to lay some mines around the middle here just to help my team. I don't want to do too much because I don't want them to feel like they're really behind. Like, these guys are already really behind. I think as a team overall right now, like, these guys are probably like around 2 minutes behind, and so it's pretty bad for them right now. So if I do any more, like, they're going to sense it and they're going to leave. Alright, so the expansion at 11 o'clock is done, guys. I'm transferring some SCVs over. So my base is like, yeah, we're in high production now, guys. So I had a ton of money before. If you guys were looking at the resource chart, I was saving up so that I can make a ton of factories here. I'm going to get the starport down as well. And the reason why is because I want to make sure I get the science facility down so that I can upgrade +2. Because +1 on attacks is done now. And I am definitely behind on the starport. I should have had that done already. And the science Facility should have already been started, so I'm definitely behind there. +1 on armor is coming up here soon. +1 on attacks is already done. Looks like this Terran is trying to go to the middle now. He's trying to set up middles and trying to pretty much control middle. At this point, I don't have anything except for mines in the middle here, and they are doing some splash damage on the tanks here. So that's about it. I don't have anything, so I'm pretty much fully committed into mass Goliaths here, guys. So yeah, this looks like a dire situation for us if they get middle, but don't worry, we're gonna quickly turn the tides here. Alright, so I'm trying to make Goliaths now. So I have, let's see here, 7 factories. We got 2 more, so 9. Science facility is started. So we're gonna start making production for Goliaths now. So these guys are kind of pressuring me right now because they're like, we need tanks, like they're like freaking out, man. They were like, man, like we're gonna lose. And it did look like it, but no, we're gonna show them. There's gonna be a ton of Goliaths that are gonna pop out here. Yeah, and this is where Ray Pug was saying, I need tanks. So I'm pretty much at this point like letting them take middle, and this is kind of where the mind tricks and the deception starts to happen, because these guys are in kind of full morale now because they're looking at it, they're like, there's nothing impeding them from being able to go straight to 12 o'clock. There's no tanks or anything either, so these guys feel like either, you know, purple's a noob or they did some damage here where, you know, I'm not able to make any tanks. Yeah, and even my Den Archon, who's my buddy here, he's like, we need mass tank, we need tanks because Teal has tanks, and he's saying Goliaths are a bad idea. Little do these guys know that it's gonna be pretty epic. Alright, so I'm at this point, I'm kind of like, I don't want to send off these Goliaths yet. Like, look at the food chart, guys. Like, I'm like 3x pretty much in terms of unit count compared to all of the other players, and then that's because we're able to really macro up here. Now unfortunately I'm gonna have to, you know, reveal all these Goliaths just to save 12 o'clock here. But we're just gonna have to do it anyways, guys. It is what it is. I really don't like to reveal units until I have like max yet, but it's okay. We gotta save 12 o'clock here. Yeah, he's telling me, he's like, dude, make tanks. I'm like, I don't want to use tanks. All right, so we're gonna go save 12 o'clock now. So yeah, so those units are picked off, and it looks like they're sending some reinforcements here. So there's a group of tanks, Goliaths, and Dragoons. So we're gonna do a clinch here, guys, just like what we did on Hydrolus. We're gonna do a clinch now. So I'm gonna spread the units out in an arch so we can get more surface area, and now I'm gonna do a clinch here. So we're gonna push forward, and we're gonna clinch from behind here as well. And these guys are probably wondering, like, what the fuck, where are all these Goliaths coming from? So we got +1. I'm a bit behind on attacks here. I should have like +2 almost coming along. Alright, so we got like 149/166, so we're about 50, about like 25 Goliaths away from being maxed out here. We're gonna do a push now, guys. We're gonna send everything that we've got. It looks like Terran is setting up tanks. He's trying to set up mines. I'm gonna scan for those mines that he's trying to lay down here, but these Goliaths are just cutting through everything. I'm gonna send these ones up here as well. Now let's go try to take out that expansion that Terran has down here. But then I look back and I see that Protoss is trying to come from behind. So you know what? We pushed Terran back already, but now let's actually kill off these units from Protoss here, and we'll take out that expansion that he's got here as well, and then we'll go after the Terran next. Alright, back at home, still got tons of Goliaths cooking here, guys. Alright, let's push through. And he's probably like a bit shocked because he's like, that's a lot of Goliaths, where are they coming from? But it's because we got such a strong economy, guys. Like, that's why we're able to get so much here. So the economy's coming along so well that, you know, my money's racking up, and so I'm gonna have to make some more factories over here. Yeah, I mean, they're all being produced, and I need more factories. Even though we got 9, you know, that's still quite a bit, but it's not enough. So we're gonna have to make some more factories here. So Terran's still coming up here. He's again trying to push middle, but he's not gonna be able to because we got so many Goliaths. +2 is on for attacks now, and I don't even think he's got +1 on attacks yet. Zerg's now bringing some Mutalisks to come help. So after we cleared that expansion at Protoss, we're gonna go after Terran now and clear that expansion as well, because I don't want these guys to have any expansions. I don't want these guys to get rich. So we're going to take out all their expansions. And now I'm going to push onto Terran here. We're going to keep sending Goliaths. Take out this wall. And he's trying to lay mines here, but they're not going to do anything because Goliath just cut up mines so easily. Yeah, Protoss is trying to send some help now, but yeah, they're not going to be able to help this. Alright, I'm going to scan that so we can pick off all the mines. Send out all the Goliaths we've got at home as well. I started making some more factories at 11 o'clock here. So we're fully committed, guys. Like, no tanks, nothing else, just all Goliaths here. I think right now it's just pretty much me attacking these guys. Well, actually they're teaming up on Zerg here. But I'll take out these two guys with all the glass I've got. Alright, let's pick off that bunker. All mass glass guys. Just Goliaths. Alright, so these factories at 11 o'clock is also finished here. So now we're in business because we've got another 8 factories. So 17 factories in total here. So yeah, our production is going to be pretty much up to date now so that we can keep making sure that our money's low. I mean, you guys saw earlier, I had like 9 factories. They were all pretty much being used. None were idle, and my money was still so high. Looks like Protoss is sending some Dark Templars to come help, but I've got tons of scan. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, so yeah, these guys can't. DTs aren't going to help. It's so funny because my allies were saying like, I was pretty much killing Terran, but they're still telling me to make tanks. I don't know why. But there you have it, guys. It's just so funny to kind of see your allies like not having any trust in you and wanting you to make another unit, but you're just fully committed, and then you can prove them wrong. It's always fun to take up the challenge. So all right, let's go over the bonus clip. All right, guys, welcome back to the bonus clip game 2, where now we pretty much have control of middle. So my ally has been kind of doing a 1 versus 3. Our other third ally died because he was a pub. He wasn't that great, so it was like a 2 versus 3 pretty much from the get-go. Now we pretty much dealing with 2.5 players. We kind of semi-killed one, and now we have control of middle. And now I have almost 200 Goliaths, and we're going to do a push here. Alright, so it looks like this Protoss is trying to come here. He's setting a bunch of units. And there's even Dark Templars as well. Goliaths are +2 on attacks and +1 on armor. Just going to spread out the range here so we can actually pick off more units than he can. He's got a lot of units. But we're just going to cut everything up. Boom. Man, Goliaths are so powerful when they're in numbers, and you can actually spread out their attacks. Alright, let's push 11 o'clock and 12. And this Protoss is pretty funny. He's the type that builds like tons of bases everywhere, because he's got a base at 11 o'clock, he's got a base at 1 o'clock. Pretty much let him build so then he can get a ton of units, so we can actually get a pretty fun clip here. And then this Terran down here is trying to attack me, but I got some tanks here, so it should be okay. But he's picking off some SCVs there. So I'll have to deal with that afterwards. Alright, so we're just going to walk through now. Bring in all of our Goliaths and just walk through and pick off this base at 11 o'clock here. I don't know why he's saying it's 2 versus 3, because it was 2 versus 3 for us. We've been playing a 2 versus 3 for the past like 10 minutes. Some players are so funny, like they don't realize that like they're playing a 2 versus 3 versus us. And I think the reason is because maybe it's because it's so difficult for them, so they think it's like a 3 versus 3. It's still like there's still a third player on our team, but there isn't. So pretty much wiped out 11 o'clock here. I don't think they realized that there was going to be this many Goliaths. So, and then my ally finished off 1 o'clock. All right, so welcome back to game 3 for bonus clips. So I told my allies, I said, like, guys, give them a chance, let them build, let them take over middle, let the morale get back up. So these guys feel a bit more confident. They do have middle taken. This Zerg's probably the best player on the team, so he's kind of doing most of the attacks. These guys are just kind of pretty much on standby whenever red tells them to do something. I went in and actually killed like a ton of probes from white. Like he pretty much bunched up all of his probes, and I took 2 tanks and I pretty much shot all the probes, and I think he had like 4 probes left. So he's really behind now. So now my ally's trying to do attack at the middle here. He's got Marines and medics. He doesn't play Terran, so he's not that great of a Terran player. And so it's fun to kind of just watch, because these guys think that when they kill off all his units that you know, they're winning the game. So it's pretty funny to watch. Meanwhile, back at home, I have, let's check the food chart here, guys. So I am currently at 143/164, so not quite 200 yet, but I'm gonna unleash all these Goliaths as soon as I get 200 here. Looks like this Zerg here, as I said, he's probably the best player on their team, is doing a counter drop on my ally here. So Allie's got to bring back his units here, but I don't think he's controlling well. So Red's doing a pretty good job here. Red's going to definitely take him out if he can control this correctly. Yeah, so I brought in these Valkyries. I'm just going to take out the Overlords here, help him a little bit. I have scan going as well, so I'm trying to help him with scan, because I don't think he's scanning. Good thing is he's got bunkers around here, so he's going to be able to kind of defend against this. Alright, so we took out all those Overlords. And he needs to keep scanning here. I don't know why he's not scanning. Anyways, so we're at 185/188, so we're almost pretty much maxed out, guys. So we're going to go and attack now. So now that these guys feel like they're winning, they're in the lead, I'm going to go and crush it for them. I'm going to crush that motivation that they have now. So just going to kill off that bunker just so I can clear up some space here, and then we're going to send off these 4 groups of Goliaths that I have. Red is pretty much fully committed into killing my ally here now. Alright, let's do it, guys. Let's send all the Goliaths we have now. They were Dark Templars, and I didn't have enough scan because I used scan for scouting earlier. So I asked my ally, Protoss ally here, if he's got any observers, and he doesn't. So then at this point I'm like, you know what, fuck it. It's only like 2 Dark Templars, let's just go. We're gonna counter them while blue's being attacked here. So this is always great because it's like a surprise for them. Like these guys have no idea that there's gonna be this many Goliaths coming. So alright, so scan came up. I have 1 more scan here. There's still 1 more Dark Templar. But I think my ally has an observer somewhere here. Yeah, there it is right there. I want to send up all these Goliaths now. So the fact that these guys pretty much thought that they're winning, we're going to crush that that conclusion for them. +2 is on for Goliaths here. And we're pretty much all making just all Goliaths, nothing else, guys. And I'm playing as Luntu. So this is a new name. This is a player that I think a lot of people just played against, and he's not that great. And so they're definitely going to be surprised when they're playing against me under this name, because they're expecting, obviously, Luntu to not be that good. Just going to walk all these Goliaths into his base now. Actually, let me kill off these lurkers first, because he just muffed a ton. I'm going to scan it. Kill off these lurkers. And Red was pretty confident earlier, because he was thinking like, okay, I finished off Terran. These guys aren't that great. But he's wondering like, how did this happen? How are all these Goliaths inside my base now? Alright, back at home, we're just going to keep making more Goliaths. I'm going to keep sending them. Pretty much cutting up all the drones. +3 is done now too. And looks like Protoss is sending some units to come help. There's a Dark Templar there, scanning for that. I'm going to send some of these Goliaths here as reinforcements. There are some lurkers here. They picked off some Goliaths already. So now I'm going to use this vessel so I can have line of sight. And then we're going to go and kill off these lurkers. Alright. These guys are still having some issues with killing these Goliaths. Like, these Goliaths have been around forever. Like, these guys have like 7, 5, 6 kills. These guys are like hero Goliaths, man. I think it's because of the upgrades. That's why they're so strong. Yeah, this Protoss doesn't even have any upgrades. Alright, let's send the reinforcements. We'll stack them up. And let's check the food chart, guys. See where we're at. So we're at 174/200. Alright, so Zerg left. Let's go push 12 o'clock now. Looks like White's sending some units to come help too. I don't know how this one tank got lost in the mix here. Yeah, alright, looks like White left. And Pink is still in the game because I think he's in like disbelief that Luntu is killing him, because I think he's played against Luntu before. He might even know Luntu. So he's wondering like, how is Luntu killing him? My allies like, those Goliaths are too strong for you, Mungo. Alright, let's send all the Goliaths. Alright. Just gonna swarm his base with all the Goliaths now. And there you have it. Alright guys, let's go over game, the final bonus clip we've got. Alright guys, welcome back to the 4th game for bonus clips. So this game was actually supposed to be all ground for mass Goliaths, but because of how it turned out, I had to make drops. But I want to show it to you guys anyways, because it was actually pretty cool what happened in the end. So, alright, so we're pretty much nearing the end. There's 2 players left. There's a Terran here, and then there's another player that's taking 11 o'clock. And what I'm going to do, and he's trying to pretty much siege his base here. He's trying to pretty much control it so then I can't come in. But check this out, guys. I'm going to make 12 drop shifts. We're going to drop a bunch of Goliaths inside his base. And he's going to be surprised because he's like, he had no idea that we're going to be able to break through and pretty much destroy his base. Alright, so I'm telling my allies, I said, like, check this out. I told them to just chill, sit back, and just check this out. Alright, so I scanned that. We're going to drop a ton right here. I'm going to drop some tanks over here as well. Pretty much just dropping everything on top of his base. Drop some tanks here because there's some Goliaths here because there's some tanks there as well. We're going to pretty much break through the choke here. I have +2. He has no upgrades. Pretty much going to kill off this expansion. Now we're going to pick off those tanks. And then he's probably going to kill off all the units here, but we're going to do a second drop and we're going to pretty much wipe out everything. There's still some Goliaths here as well too. Alright, so I told my allies, I said, sit back, let me finish him, and check this out. So I gave him some time. Now he's pretty much trying to fortify his choke, and he's got some units over here as well, but check this out. So I'm going to send him some units over there, push up, and then I'm going to send some units on top of those tanks. I'll send some more drops on top of these tanks here as well. Pretty much cleared everything using only mass Goliaths. And I'm sure he didn't expect that. He's probably like, I'm gonna be okay. Because he's got like tanks, siege stuff and all that stuff, but no, we're gonna wipe out everything. Alright, there you have it, guys. Hope you guys got to enjoy more mass Goliaths. They're pretty fun when you have a lot. Like, it's not like my favorite unit to play with, but it's still pretty fun every now and then. So hopefully you guys got to check this out. If you're new to the channel, make sure you guys come by, check out all the different playlists, all the different ways that we can get some fun reactions from players, drop some funny thoughts, comments, memes. That's what really makes this channel fun. As always, look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.